He just won the U.S. Open. He's J.J. Spaun, getting ready to join us on the program. I mentioned this yesterday, that when we were at Pebble a couple of years ago, he came up and introduced himself. And I thought the line was just so, oh, there he is. J.J. Spaun, official introduction here. J.J. Spaun, U.S. Open champ, joining us on the show. Do you remember how you introduced yourself to me at Pebble Beach a couple of years ago?
Exactly, no, but I do remember being there with you.
Yeah, you walked up and you said, I'm the other black guy on tour.
Yeah, yep. I remember that now. I remember that.
Congratulations. Give me the second favorite shot that you hit at Oakmont.
The tee shot on 17 on Sunday.
But that was the risk and the reward there was, I mean, we've seen guys die in the rough there around 17, but there was no hesitation.
No, I mean, that was the strategy all week long, is to send driver up there and just try to get up and down, and actually hit almost an identical shot in the practice round on Tuesday where I flagged it to about 20 feet away. But it's a blind tee shot, so you can't see the green. You can just see like the top half of the pin. And, that was the one shot that got me the lead and, led me to victory.
But also you're listening for the crowd's reaction to it. Since you can't see it, you can kind of differentiate between, oh, that was a good shot, that was a great shot, that was an unbelievable shot.
Exactly. And that's exactly what happened. You can't see anything, but there's tons of people up there, big grandstands. And I once I hit it, the ball you can see it one hop, and then it disappears. And all you hear is just this growing roar from the stands. And, you can tell like a clap would be like, okay, that's probably somewhere near the green. And then all of a sudden you hear, whoa, and you're building up like it's going in. Like I literally thought I was going to make this shot. And then it was like like it just missed. So I knew it was relatively close before I got on the green.
How do you pay back Victor Hovland for giving you the read on 18?
I got to give him a nice bottle of wine or something, whatever he wants. That was a nice teach. And I think that's just one of those things that has to go your way to win not only a championship, but a major championship. And I'm just happy to have capitalized on that little advantage.
How surprised were you that it went in, though?
Oh, stunned. I mean, you can tell by my reaction that putt going in, my lab putter was so hot I had to toss it, with that back nine finish. But I didn't, all I was trying to do obviously was get it to tap in. I didn't even want like a 3-footer. But when I hit it, I knew it was good pace. I just didn't know if it was the right line. It was raining and misty. You couldn't even really see the hole from that far away. And, I'm glad I didn't have to tap in a little 3-footer for the win.
Do you retire that putter?
Heck no, Dan. Come on. That thing's been so hot for me. My lab putter has been just like one of the best kind of components of my game. That's always been a part of statistically my game where I've struggled. But I think it's been a great equalizer now, and it's kind of helped keep rounds going, whether it's making a clutch 6-footer to keep momentum going in the right direction during a round, or making a 64-footer to win the U.S. Open.
Talking to J.J. Spaun, U.S. Open champ. Let's clear up the overnight CVS trip for your sick daughter. What exactly happened, and why can't you send your caddy to CVS?
I know. It was a crazy sort of early Sunday morning, where the tournament had a daycare provided for all the players, and she must have caught some sort of stomach bug from one of the other kids running around in the same classroom as her. And all we can hear in the other room next to us was her just kind of puking up stuff and crying. So we kind of tended to her, made sure she was okay, but she wasn't trying. She couldn't hold anything down. She's crying for water. Poor thing. She's 2 years old. And, little does she know, any sip of water kind of, makes her feel worse. But yeah, I was up at 3:30. I was looking for 24-hour pharmacies, did my best to get her what she needed. And, fortunately, we got her some Pedialyte, and we just tried to, help her get on the mend. And she's doing a lot better now, though.
I smell a sponsorship there.
I did
Pedialyte.
too. Yes,
How important was the rain delay? Maybe that sounds strange to say, but was it a great opportunity for a reset?
it was huge. You know, I think if things were going the other way, where I was like really hot, starting off and kind of all of a sudden leading, that would be kind of the last thing you want. But it's almost like, being down 20 points going into the halftime, break, NBA final to kind of regroup, get a game plan, reset. I even changed my clothes. I was like, I want to feel like a completely different person going out there because I had 10 holes to play. I was still 4 shots back, but it's the US Open, like people aren't running away with this tournament and the field kind of tends to come back. But my team, my caddy, we all said, hey, if you were 4 back going into the back nine at the US Open on Monday, knowing that, you would take it. So don't worry about your start. Let's just go back out there and try to execute our game plan.
Okay, but was there a point when you bogey 5 of the first 6 where you go, well, I had a good run?
Yeah, I think on number 6 when I couldn't, I've made one par on a par 5 and it was still a grinding par, but I'm hitting flag sticks, spinning off the green, hitting rakes that are bounding just outside the bunker where I can't even hit the ball. I was just like, okay, I guess it's not meant to be, but maybe that kind of helped me have the right mental aspect to where, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. If not, then I'll just take what it gives me.
Congratulations. A lot of fun. As Rich Lerner said on the Golf Channel, that you beat the best, but you beat the beast as well. That was Oakmont.
I love that. Thank you, Dan. I'm so honored.
Congrats.
Thanks, Dan. Thank you.
JJ Spaun, U.S. Open champ. I like how he changed his clothes during the rain delay. Almost like, let me get out of this. This isn't good. And let me just try something different. I don't know if he's superstitious, but you can't change your clothes mid-round anyway, so you do need a rain delay. So it's not like he goes, oh, that's what I normally do. It's pretty impressive, though, when you bogey, 5 of the first 6, and then you're thinking, I can't win this. How do I win this? And then the rain delay, and it just felt like there was a reset there. And he's won only one other time. He did have that Monday playoff against Rory at the Players' Championship this year. But by all accounts, has a great swing. And, he says he's not going to retire that putter. That putter was pretty unbelievable there.